Hello friends, hope you are having a wonderful day today. Welcome back. Today this video is about ad creatives. Now you have an e-commerce store, you've got some products, maybe you've got one product or a whole bunch of products. You've done all the work to set this thing up and now it is time to advertise. And the question is, what ads do I run? Now this is a super common problem that e-commerce founders and marketers run into. They just don't know where to start when it comes to ad creatives and testing. We get told all the time, test, but what the heck do I test? So this video is for you and we're gonna jump straight into it. I'm gonna provide you with a simple framework and some inspiration and ideas around where you can get started with ads. So if you're following our e-commerce scaling roadmap, we are all the way up here with paid advertising. We have a whole bunch of different videos which cover each of these different steps that you need to move towards growth. So check out some of those other videos. Anyway, when it comes to creativity, what I've realized is that creativity is not a lack of boundaries or constraints, but it depends on the boundaries and constraints to be creative. If you think about any art form, it has its own unique set of constraints. If we're talking about, Leonardo da Vinci painting the Mona Lisa, his constraint is that it's the medium. The medium is the constraint. He's chosen to use a particular type of paint, a particular style on a particular canvas. That becomes the constraint, and all of the creativity can thrive under those constraints, and that's what makes it amazing. So I'm not saying that you're Da Vinci. I'm not saying that I'm Da Vinci, but it's an important thing to understand, is that often understanding what the constraint can understanding what the constraint is can actually kickstart your creativity and just give you a framework to begin. So with meta ads in particular, there are only 3 different ad formats that you can work with. It's really simple. It's static image, it's carousels or collections, and it's video. That is it. That's the 3 types of ads you can run. And this is an ad creative testing framework that we have developed to basically stop us reinventing the wheel every time we, work with a new brand or do some advertising. And we have these 3 formats, and under these formats we have some go-to proven ads which you can create very quickly, very easily, very affordably. To start testing a whole range of messaging, headlines, hooks, creatives, all that sort of stuff to start making money. Now, I'm not going to cover all of these ads in this video. Feel free to screenshot this if you want. I will cover all of these in other videos as well. But what I'm going to do is jump over to the Unlocking Facebook Ads course that I created, and if you want to get this course, you can go to our newsletter sign up page below and you'll get it when you subscribe to that. It's probably worth way more money. I give it away for free, so go nuts. Hopefully it helps. Anyway, this is proven ad visuals that work, and again, just to go back here, we're going to be covering a few of these. So social proof, problem solution, feature call out, talking head or UGC, product demonstration, and product feed. So let's jump in here. And all of these, most of these you can actually put together on Canva. So Canva's free, for the most part, so you can start creating these really, really easily. So the first one is going to be a static image ad. Now, this can either be, we've got headline and product, but really the headline or the messaging can be a problem solution ad, calling out a problem, speaking to a solution, describing a key benefit, a unique benefit that your product provides. There is basically unlimited options around what messaging and headlines and stuff like that you can use, and that's really where your creativity comes in around how you iterate on that. But quite simply, this is the easiest type of ad to create and can be highly effective if you get the messaging and visuals right. We've tested like hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of these types of ads, and they have generated a lot of money. So they do work. And when we're starting on a brand new ad account, these types of ads are my go-to because it allows me to test a wide variety of hooks and messaging to see what resonates the most, see where the click-through rates are, see where the response rates are, and ultimately see where the purchases are. So you can easily create 10 to 20 variations using the same image with different hooks and headlines on Canva. And these are some examples here. Basically, you've got a image of the product, a attention-grabbing headline, and then potentially a call to action like this little button here. Although if you're advertising on Meta, it's all baked in, so you don't really need to include that. Potentially, you could include your little brand, your little logo there if you want to as well. But really, that's it. It's just, here's a headline with a benefit, a call out to your customer, and showing the product. That's it. Very simple. So nice. That's the first one. Second one, feature call out. So this is a static ad. These ads are excellent at displaying key features and benefits for more functionally focused products, for supplements, food and drink, equipment, outdoors equipment, that sort of stuff where there's more of a functional focus. You can also use this style of ad to highlight key ingredients, which is really quite popular. And look, all these ads, it's basically, again, it's showing the product. You might have a headline in here as well. There's a few key, like really good elements to this ad where it's like headline, social proof. Then we have the, I don't know if you guys can see this. Let's bring this up here. That's better. Headline, social proof. Then we've got the different like benefits to the ad. We've got a 60-day money back guarantee, and then we show the actual product. So like there's so many great elements to this ad. This would be a great ad to recreate if you have a skincare brand. But equally, here we go. Headline, sub-headline. This is, I replaced coffee with mushrooms and I'm glad I did. And then we've got the benefits and the ingredients. This is another really great ad. Let's jump over to this one. Again, headline, pet medication made easy. That's describing the big benefit. And then it's got the other, smaller benefits or features to this product called out, and the actual product as well. So that's it, feature call out. Basically, get your product, list out the key features and benefits, and then, pop a headline in there or don't. This one is literally just the product with like the benefits called out. You can use this style of ad where you have like the benefits on spokes and then the product in the middle, or there's other ways to do it where you just have like the benefits listed like this. There's loads of templates, there's loads of inspiration. In another video, I'm going to cover how to spy on competitor ads and basically glean and capture ad inspiration so that you don't have to start from scratch each time. So yeah, that's the second type of ad, which can work incredibly well. The third type of ad here is A versus B. This could also be us versus them. The purpose of this ad is to highlight the difference between your product and a competitor's, or a before and after transformation. These ads can be really effective for products that provide a very visible before or after transformation. Although you've got to be careful with that because with some claims, like the ad platforms will flag it as like a medical or health claim, and so they, just be very careful with how you do that. But let's just have a look here. We've got this ad here, which is literally just showing like before and after. Very simple. This is literally just like, this even looks like a customer review or customer photo. Just very demonstrative, and she's here holding the product, and this is the transformation. This one here, Ozempic, $35.30 per day, Curb Crave, $1.30 per day. So it's basically, comparing price here against an alternative. This one here it looks like an us versus them. So Lumen, try free, here's the price, here's per ounce, here's the, do they offer a free trial? And then niacinamide, have no idea what that is, but that could be important for the target audience. And basically presenting their one as the better choice. And let's look at this other one here, meal prep versus factor. So it's comparing, again, an alternative, which is you just prep your meals on your own. These are all the downsides, and then factor is the brand, and then these are all the upsides, these are all the benefits compared to this. So it's very simple. It's just drawing a comparison, making it super visual, and presenting it in a really simple way. Next one, this is like probably the easiest type of ad you can create, which is where you just have a image of the product and a customer review or a series of customer reviews, usually 5-star, or you can reverse it and do like 1-star and sort of take the piss or make a mockery out of, like, do like I don't even know what you would call that, like a ironic review. I've seen that done a few times, but generally it's, just like showing customers, singing your praises, and ideally communicating the benefits of the product within their review. So if we jump in here and look at this, 54,008 5-star reviews, very specific. I like the specificity with, anytime you talk about how many customers or reviews you have, the more, if you use a really specific number, it looks more realistic, it looks more real. I would not advocate for faking reviews. You should earn your reviews. You should believe in your product enough and your brand enough that you don't have to import CSV sheets of fake reviews like drop shippers and people do. I feel better, I look better, I have so much more energy. That's great. That's communicating a benefit. Here we go again. Get toned curves while you sleep in 2024. This is an older ad, obviously, but we've got some images of customers, and then we have a 5-star review. I go to sleep and wake up with a better body. It's that simple. That's cool. This one here, I use this for bikini area, and it does a good job. It's easy to use, and I have no nicks. I also use it when I need a quick shave without a shower. Love it. So that's some sort of body shaver thing. This one's interesting, like the comments, like screenshotting customer comments or reviews, just makes it look a bit more native to the platform. I want to try mud water. Is it any good? This has been the only thing that has been keeping me awake at this point. I haven't had coffee in years because I prefer the added benefits that mud water gives me, such as support in my cognitive function, mood, and immune system. So again, it's communicating the benefits. It looks authentic. The important thing here is that it needs to be real. It needs to seem authentic. It needs to be, notice in here, like we've got all this sort of like text language. And I don't know if this is real or not. You got like stock images with these profiles. So maybe this is fake, but it just is written in normal language that customers would use. So that's that. How many ads have we got here? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got a couple more. The next one here is product carousel. Now, this is so simple, it should be illegal. And these generally just work for stores with, let's say, 100 plus SKUs, with, a range of different collections and products. This type of ad is great for displaying a wider range of products or a specific collection on your store. To set this up, you'll need to connect a product feed using the Facebook and Instagram app on Shopify. You just go to the app store, type in Facebook and Instagram, download it, and sync up your account. it will then create a collection, a catalog collection, which you can then use to put into your ads. It's really simple. Generally for this, we're looking at like a new arrivals collection, a best sellers collection. In another video, I've talked about how you identify like Shopify collections that are performing really well and focusing on those. So you can use those as your collections. The good thing with Facebook and Instagram is that it will sync over your collections from Shopify, so you don't need to recreate them, and it's all dynamic. It's updated regularly, and I think it's on like a 24-hour basis sort of thing, where if you update things on your store, it will update in your ads too. So it's dirt simple, just easy, but these ads can work ridiculously well. So yeah, and then the last one here, which I think, okay, we'll go two more really quickly, is the talking head style UGC testimonial video. These are just simple video ads with one of your customers, or you, or a paid creator, or a employee, whoever it is, or a friend, talking into the camera, explaining what they love about your products and your brand. These ads are incredibly cheap to produce compared to professional quality videos, and can be super effective. So let's just take a look at one of these.
Talk to you guys about Kiwi Nutrition. I feel like I should jump on here and just talk to you guys face to face and share my honest opinion.
Super authentic.
So this brand is top of the line of all brands I've tried. I've tried some of the high-end brands and nothing compares to this. So literally, it's a NZ made brand. So if you like to support local, awesome, super fast shipping, really affordable. 10% of profits go to NZ Cancer Society. And you can
just talking about it. Here we go again.
My new dress from Hill House Home. I am so excited to be wearing this. I didn't even put my shoes on yet. Feel like this dress screams she's classy, she's fun, and she's gonna dance all night.
There we go. So like, it can be short, it can be longer. It's just someone who is relatively well spoken talking into the camera about why they like the product and the brand. Really simple. Just as a bonus here, so you can go to fiverr.com with 2 R's and then go UGC video ads. Chuck it in here. I don't want to create an account, but you should create an account. But then you can go through here and just filter through and try and find creators which sort of look like your ideal customer. There's literally like so many. There's 21,000 plus results here, and of all different budgets. We've created ads using these creators before, and it's sometimes hit or miss. Like, not all of them are great, but if you test enough of them, it will eventually hit, and it can be really lucrative. So if you find good creators, otherwise you can just jump on Instagram, find some micro influencers. You can give your product to friends and get them to just record a short review if you give them the product or whatever it is. So there's ways and means, but these can work really well. And then similarly here, this is basically the same format, but it's just someone demonstrating the product in use. Simple.
With back to school being right around the corner, here are some of my favorite hairstyles. Starting by pulling my hair out of my face, tying it off in a ponytail, and going halfway through to create a little bun. Secure it with your favorite Walmart hair clip, and voila, there you have it. Another one of my favorite hairstyles, pull all your hair out of your face and tie it off in a ponytail. Loosen it a little and flip it through. Secure it underneath with your favorite hair clip, and there you have it. Be sure to check out Walmart this upcoming school year for all their cute hair supplies. With back to school being...
That's it. That's so simple.
As a nurse, I only want the best, so why wouldn't the same concept apply to my pup? This is where Ollie comes into play. Chance was first introduced to Ollie after his first birthday, and he just turned 2, so we thought it was a good time for us to share why we love Ollie so much. It is so convenient to feed my dog high-quality, human-grade meals with fresh ingredients you can actually see for yourself. Plus, with free US shipping, you really can't go wrong with giving Ollie a try. And your pup will thank you, too.
Again, these are just really simple videos shot on an iPhone. They look like super native to social media, so people are likely to engage with it, and they can just work so super well. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Those are just some core ad types that you can start running, start testing very, very cheaply, if not for free. I would say start with some statics like this, and some reviews, some carousels, test a bunch, put them all into a testing campaign. The way Andromeda's set up now, you can basically create an Advantage Plus campaign, chuck in like 10 different ads, and let the algorithmic targeting figure out which are going to perform best. So that is it. Hopefully, I'm confident that if you tested a whole range of these, you would make sales, as long as the campaign is set up correctly. So there you go. If you want that course, you can go to peak.pro/newsletter. I'll put a link down in the comments, and you can sign up to my newsletter and get this ads course, which is just unreal. I've spent so many hours creating this, and I think it'll really help you. So, yep, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out our website, peak.pro, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.